Hi, my name is Matt Tavrides. I have an estate planning practice in Central Florida and practice in the area of estate planning, business succession, and wealth preservation planning. Although I didn't grow up in agriculture, I've had the opportunity to work with a number of clients in the agricultural industry. It's really a pleasure for me to have that opportunity because these people represent to me the values upon which this country was built. Faith, family, hard work, self-reliance, and integrity. Unlike other people, they have a unique challenge in estate planning. Not only are they talking about planning for their family, their loved ones, but they have a business which has generally been passed down to them over several generations, a legacy, if you will. The importance of that to their family goes beyond simple assets like a mutual fund or an insurance policy. This is a way of life for people in agriculture, and they have a responsibility of stewardship to the generations who passed it down to them, to the generations in the future. But the issue even goes beyond that, beyond the families that are working the land and producing the food that not only our country relies on, but the entire world relies on. The biggest risks and challenges that are confronting people in agriculture is the loss of this land in production, or loss of the land entirely through succession. So when it passes from one generation to the next, frequently there's a reduction of the land, whether it's split up between family members, it's sold to pay estate taxes, and it's not likely that estate taxes are going away. That remains one of the biggest challenges that families in agriculture have, is how to pay the estate tax. We have a large parcel of property that represents a hugely disproportionate value with respect to the other assets that are owned, or its other value, for which an estate tax is going to be due within 9 months of a death. Frequently, and in the past, many ranches and farms have had to be sold, or portions of them carved off to be sold to pay those estate taxes. There are other solutions to those problems. Also, the lack of planning is one of the biggest challenges that I have. Just like everybody else in the country, people in agriculture understand the need to do estate planning. However, again, just like everybody else in the country, very few people actually get around to doing it. So those people who have not done planning, or the planning that they have is inadequate, are going to be confronted with the same problems. The reality is that 70% of all of our land in this country in agriculture is estimated to be going to be changing hands over the next 20 years. Without proper planning, we're going to lose those resources, not only to the individuals who participate in the agricultural industry, but all of us who rely on those sources of food for this country and, again, for the world. There are opportunities in planning to provide those lands to our future generations in a way that is able to maintain their operation in agriculture. Other risks that confront our clients in agriculture are the liabilities of the business that they're in. There are risks associated with agricultural operations because of machinery and equipment, as well as livestock getting loose, which happens occasionally with the encroachment of development and land. That risk is greater because if there is an animal that gets out on the highway and there's an accident, that creates liability. So asset protection is a huge component of the whole planning process, and a huge risk that confronts people in agriculture. Also, because they maintain, again, the haven and the place where all of the wildlife resides, We have lots of guests, whether they're invited guests who come in on the property through hunting leases, or trespassers who come poaching animals on agricultural land. The consequence is the same with respect to the risks from a liability perspective. What I am happy to be able to do is to provide resources and solutions to those clients that I have in agriculture to meet those challenges of estate tax, succession of their agricultural operations, and protection of their assets from unforeseen liabilities and risk. I haven't done this alone. Through my membership in WealthCounsel, that's provided a tremendous resource to me, both in the form of education and also in through my colleagues. I have the benefit of enjoying their experience, their education, and they have been a tremendous resource to me in serving my clients, so that by providing planning solutions for my clients, we were able to accomplish their goals and objectives.